There's a lot of confusion between success and fame. My own evaluation and concept of success has not varied over the years. There are 8 things that everybody wants. That's to be happy and healthy and wealthy. That includes money.
Champion mentality.
This is my life, man. Do you know how hard I worked to get here? The f*** I don't. I built this shit. Me, brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk. I'll never give up. Never.
Believe in yourself. Don't fear failure. Dream big. Work hard. Stay positive. Enjoy the journey.
Lose! I don't lose! I win! I win! I'm a lawyer! That's my job! That's what I do!
Champion mentality. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to the light that I have. Abraham Lincoln.
You are embarrassing yourself here, lads. Kids stab, girls shoot, boys punch, grown-ups fight with their heads. That's where the real battle is. Up here, in the grave.
Every day, like, train, sleep, eat, repeat. I think this is about my mental part. How I can control my emotional,
You have to do it yourself. No one's gonna give it to you. No one is gonna give it to you. And this doesn't mean you have to take from someone else. You have to build for yourself.
I talk to my kids about hard work and stuff, and I say, honey, you can either be the lion or you can be the gazelle. Nature needs both.
If you are facing a challenge, don't stop. Stay busy. Work your plan. Continue to do those things that you know that work for you after you have evaluated yourself in the situation. Continue to move. Stay busy, stay busy, stay busy. You've got to activate the thinker in you. Don't allow your emotions to control you. We are emotional, but you want to begin to discipline your emotion. If you don't discipline and contain your emotions, they will use you.
The first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it. There's no reason to have a plan B because it distracts from plan A.
Focus on you and only on you to become the best person you could be for others.
Candy?
You already know if I'm going to take it?
Wouldn't be much of an oracle if I didn't.
But if you already know, how can I make a choice?
Because you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. You're here to try to understand why you made it.
When you're hurt, how do you feel? You lay down, right? You take a second, you go, you take your vitamins, you do your thing. When I'm hurt, I love it. I love that feeling because it's real. That's the most realest feeling that you could ever have, is being in pain, because everything else, happiness could be fake, crying could be fake, but pain, shit, that's real.
Man, I know there's a guy who's been calling himself champ. I mean, what guy just gives up his belt because somebody else made it home? Daddy's home, DC. Prove to the fans you're a champ. Come get a taste. I'm here. Get your belt back. I'll be waiting right here.
My parents always support me, and I'm not come from a rich family, They always training hard, And for the training camp, we have to go other country. I always took money from the parents, and one day I understand it cannot be like this always, I have to make some money, or I have to be, MMA fighter, because MMA fighter makes some money. I did my first fight in MMA, make some money, and at beginning like that, After my first fight, I never ask money from the parents.
For you, you watching right now on the TV, you know what I'm saying? And all I say to you is I hope you chase those dreams with a burning desire. With a burning desire, and through all the fire, and through all the flame, and through all the pain, I hope that you find happiness deep in your heart.
Because there was no outsiders. It was isolation, it was visualization, it was motivation, and it was dedication. There was nothing else going on in my life.
And if you wanted to design the perfect version of you, the savage competitor, the gladiator at the end of the life that has the scars and the scraggly beard, but has been through shit and has done things and has realized their potential, what would you do to maximize the likelihood that you become that savage hero? Would you give them the padded lifestyle? Would you give them the immediate win? Would you give them the easy life? Probably not. You would probably put you through what you're going through right now to become that person. And so why would you resent the chapter you're in because it's a requirement for becoming who you say you want to be?
You don't gain confidence by going to the spot that makes you feel good. It's gonna be a false reality. And the second life gives you that challenge, all you want to do is go back to what made you confidence or what gave you confidence. Is that happy spot? No. What gives you confidence, what gave me confidence, was spending years at a kitchen table trying to learn how to read and write on my own. Realizing I can't learn the way you learn. I can't, but I can learn. What gives you confidence, not being afraid, is overcoming the fear, is facing these things, overcoming them. And maybe not overcoming them every day, but facing them and facing them and facing them. Pretty soon like this, you know what, man, this is where it's at. It's not in that comfort zone. It's in the discomfort zone is where my confidence is getting built. That's where it's getting built.
Imagine being in the Formula 1 car. Must be very powerful, that.
I can't really remember winning, if I'm really honest. It's been like a minute, so like I don't remember what that feeling is. I had it so many times.
In the past years, I've had racist names being called to me, but lately, if anybody had said anything to me, I'd just ignore them.
I was just 8 years old. For someone to look down at a young 8-year-old and tell them they're not going to achieve anything in life, they must be in a really bad place. My dad would always tell me, tread carefully, be careful what you say.
We don't get involved with people who have problems about whether we win or what colour we are. You know, we go out on the track and we do our best.
Okay, I mean, I've been built for this. People probably won't know that I grew up like on my dad's couch, so we didn't have any money. I remember the struggle. I remember how hard it was for my mum.
Earth, I need to say something. Listen to me. I hope every one of you behind your screens or in this arena can feel this level of happiness just one time in your life. I hope all of you can feel how happy I am just one time in your life. But guess what? You never feel this level of happiness if you don't go for something in your own life. When they knock you down, when they try on you, when they talk about you, and they try and put their foot on your neck. If you stay down, you will never ever get that resolve. Fortify your mind and feel this level of happiness as you rise. One time in your life, but I'm blessed to be able to feel this again and again and again and again and again.
I walk around the ring, but I never take my eyes off my opponent. I keep my eyes on him, even if he's ready and pumping. He can't wait to get his hands on me as well. I keep my eyes on him. I keep my eyes on him. I keep my eyes on him.
Right now, everybody stop talking now. Attention. I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time when I beat Sunday Liston. I told you today, I'm still the greatest of all time. Never again defeat me. Never again say that I'm going to be defeated. Never again make me the underdog until I'm about 50 years old. Right. Then you might get me.
All I need is 6 weeks. I need 6 weeks. I'll give you my everything. You get my everything. This is about my family. I can't lose my darling.
Best words, it's dedication and hard work. To achieve this kind of things, you need to work hard and, be a great professional, be serious in your job. And this is what I try to do. To be here for 8th time, I think is not by coincidence.
You see this guy here staring back at you? Yeah? That's your toughest opponent. Every time you get into the ring, that's who you're going against. I believe that in boxing, and I do believe that in life.
I've been fighting my whole life. I ain't got a choice.
It's always about a choice.
If you don't believe in yourself, what you do, you never achieve the nothing. I believe, my team believe me, and you all should believe in yourself, and you achieve what you want.
Now, I know what you're thinking. How the heck does a 52-year-old
over-the-hill milkshake machine salesman, built a fast food empire with 1,600 restaurants in 50 states, 5 foreign countries, with an annual revenue of in the neighborhood of $700 million. One word: persistence.
My hero. That's who I chase. Now, when I was 15 years old, I had a very important person in my life come to me and say, "Who's your hero?" And I said, "I don't know, I got to think about that. Give me a couple of weeks." I come back 2 weeks later, this person comes up and says, "Who's your hero?" I said, "I thought about it. You know who it is?" I said, "It's me in 10 years.
I'm gonna have setbacks, I know. But if I'm feeling bad, that doesn't mean I'm doing bad. That doesn't mean I am bad. That doesn't mean that I can't still take some action. Because yeah, nothing changes and nothing changes, man.
It's just the way it should be. You shouldn't be focused on others. You should be focused on yourself and what you're doing and do. And it's just noise from different faces. I don't even know what it is, so I'm just focusing on me, and that's why I am where I am.
In order to do what you love, you gotta get through the obstacles of the things that you don't love. And then eventually they lead you to the thing where you're like, okay, now I'm ready to pursue said thing that I want to do. Or if you're in a job, it's your job, you're supposed to be using that job for something to get to something, right?
It's pushing the water, and there's a jogger actually. Look at this. Wow. The Florida man right there for you, Blake, jogging.
Partying is weakness for the soul, my friend, so I try and avoid it.
Are you a good guy trying to be bad, or are you a bad guy trying to be good?
That's a good question. I think I am a bad guy that's trying to be good. Just because religiously we're all sinners. We're all sinners. We're born into sin. It's our nature to sin. And it's a decision to try to do the right thing. You know, it's a decision to do the right thing when no one's looking, right? And so I think all of us as humans, none of us are shit, and it's our choice to try to be more than. And so I had to say I lean closer to being an imperfect human that's trying to do the right things and be good.
Just believe in yourself and be cocky and be confident and just be humble, train hard. That's it. Just believe in yourself and just keep positive and again keep believing, keep training, keep trying to learn every day. It's every bit of it, because no matter what happens, no one can take these away from me, you know what I mean? No one can dissuade me, so I just like to embrace every
My name is Kobe Bryant, 17 years old.
But I remember we were playing against the Lakers, Tom, and we were out here in LA. I always try to outwork people, right? That's just how I made my mark. So the game was at 7. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come to the Staples Center, because we were playing, this is when the Lakers had Kobe and Shaq, okay? This is like the championship Lakers. I was like, you know, I'm gonna get there at 3 o'clock, and I wanna make sure I make 400 made shots before I go back into the room, and then I sit in the sauna and I get ready for the game. So, get in the car, get to the gym, get there, and as I'm walking onto the court, who do I see? I see Kobe Bryant.
I wasn't invited to parties or friendly gatherings on the weekend. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I would go in my rec room with my basketball and basically dribble myself to sleep. I think that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because during those lonely hours in the rec room, I discovered the hunger, the motivation, and a desire to be the best possible basketball player that I could be.
We were in Vegas for the start of training camp, and we were getting ready for the Olympics in Beijing. We're going to head to Beijing. And I wanted to establish myself as a young leader on the team by waking up bright and early, day one. So the goal was to be the first one at breakfast. So I set my alarm. I make sure I'm up by sunrise. I get out of bed, I put on my gear, and I head downstairs. But when I get there, Kobe's already there, with ice packs on his knees, drenched in sweat. Now, it took me a minute to figure it out, but this guy wasn't only awake before me, he had already worked out. He had just played in the finals days earlier. Meanwhile, I'd been off for months and I was still exhausted. What he had done that morning was incomprehensible to me. That dedication he had only days after falling short of an NBA championship. That taught me something I've never forgotten. Legends aren't defined by their successes. They're defined by how they bounce back from their failures.
So when you think about the greatest players of all time,
people say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what happens to most people, actually. If you really look at the ones that ended up, being successful, unquote, in the eyes of society, and the ones that didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful loved what they did so they could persevere when it got really tough. And the ones that didn't love it quit because they're sane, right? Who would want to put up with this stuff if you don't love it? So it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of worrying constantly. And if you don't love it, you're going to fail. So you got to love it. You got to have passion.
When I was hitting him with some of those shots, especially the one when I came through and he was throwing an uppercut, I couldn't believe he didn't go to sleep with that.
I didn't get knocked down. I kept fighting through that. I thought about Jesus, man, carrying the fucking cross, and that dude would not quit. Every single time that they would beat him down, he would get back up and he would keep moving forward.
He's tough.
Yeah, maybe too tough for his own good.
Yeah, 100%.
When you take damage like this, you're never gonna beat him. Never ever. Even if you're Tony Ferguson. Now he gonna come back. Someone gonna beat him again. I believe.
I was thinking the whole entire time when Charles had my arm out like that, I was like, he didn't tap. I remember my kid, he had his arm hyperextended one time. I was like, hey, careful, I was like, you want to hurt yourself, but he's naturally like this. So when I'm in the fight, I'm thinking about my son. I'm thinking about my arm. I'm like, go ahead, break the fucker. I was like, I'm gonna beat you with it. And in the third fight with Derek Hughes, it was the same way. These were all tests and mental battles that I went through because I wasn't ready to win yet. I wasn't ready to have that championship belt. I wasn't mentally there yet.
So what would you say the biggest deception was? What was the biggest lie you were told?
It's not that simple.
Why not?
No, that's the biggest lie I was ever told. It's not that simple. And it's a lie they tell you over and over again.
What's not simple?
Any of it. All of it. How they get you to give up. They say it's not that simple, Vinny.
So what's the truth?
That it is. That if you just do the thing that they tell you you can't, then it's done. And you realize it is that simple. That it always was.
I'm a viewer, and that viewer made me keep going. And each day and more, week 2, I started averaging 4 viewers. Week 3, 8 viewers. Week 4, 20 viewers. So on and so on and so on. So then my sophomore year, I kind of gave up on school.
Right.
I kind of gave up on school. I kind of gave up on everything that I had to my old life and just put everything onto my stream. I streamed every day. I didn't care about nothing else but YouTube, streaming.
How did your parents take to that you had, like you said, you had given up on everything except streaming? I'm pretty sure they weren't as happy about this as you were.
Yeah, that was bad. So as I was streaming, there was a clip that kind of blown up. It was on Warstar. You remember Warstar, right? It didn't go viral. It had like maybe 30,000 viewers. So my dad showed my mom, because my dad watches Warstar. My mom seen the video. She's like, what are you doing, blah, blah, blah. Why is everybody talking about you, like online, blah, blah, blah. Because it was like hate comments. Mm-hmm. So she kicked me out.
Kicked you out of where?
No, she told me to quit.
Yeah.
Or I'm leaving, like, or like, you can't do this in my house. So I'm like, I'm out.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I'm out, like I'm not about to stop. Like I was already averaging like 20 viewers. I had like 1,000 subs, 2,000 subs.
Right.
I'm already going. So I'm like, and once I start something, I'm not stopping.
Right.
So, give me a second.
There are time zones
Why do you think taxes and prices go up the same day in the ghetto? The cost of living keeps rising to make sure people keep dying. How else could there be men with 1 million years while most live day to day? The truth is, there's more than enough. No one has to die before their time. If you had as much time as I have, what would you do with it?
I'd stop watching it. I can tell you one thing. If I had all that time, sure as hell wouldn't waste it.
Take action to make it good, and it will be.
I gotta say, I'm incredibly excited to be a part of your firm. I mean, the clients you have are absolutely...
Fuck the clients. Your only responsibility is to put meat on the table. You got a girlfriend?
I'm married. I have a wife. Her name's Teresa. She cuts hair.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Think about Teresa. Name of the game, move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
So he said, if you want to become successful in life, young man, he said, number one, you got to change your mindset. He said, you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. Number two, practice OQP, only quality people. You earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. I found that out. I left all my broke friends. I said, y'all gotta go. Third thing he said, develop your communication skills, because once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are.
When I was 16, I won a great victory. I felt in that moment I would live to be 100. Now I know I shall not see 30. None of us know our end, really, or what hand will guide us there. Remember that howsoever you are played, or by whom, your soul is in your keeping alone. When you stand before God, you cannot say, but I was told by others to do thus, or that virtue was not convenient at the time. This will not suffice. Remember that.
Then why didn't you quit? You knew I was trying to get rid of you, yet you stayed.
Yeah, I stayed. I stayed because every time you threw a brick at my head or said I smelled, it hurt. But it could never hurt more than it did every day of my life just being me. I stayed because I thought if anyone could change me, could make me not me, it was you, the greatest kung fu teacher in all of China.
But I can change you. I can turn you into the Dragon Warrior, and I will.
I mean, you can't. It's look, it's a gift and a curse. You can't want the bells and whistles and not understand the sacrifices that come with it. The work that goes into building things, sometimes you got to be hands-on until you don't have to be. And the grind that goes with that is one that's necessary.
And what the you need to sit there and realize, whoa. I have a few years of consciousness, and even less than that, I have a few short years as a young man, because age will damage you. I mean, if you're a millionaire in your 60s, it's not nearly as good as being a millionaire at my age. I became a millionaire at 28. So you need to realize you got a few short years as a young man, you're wasting them.
How you gonna knock somebody in the world for actually trying to do something, trying? Since when has it become not cool to try? Loser.
I'm not used to this shit, man. Why is there so much people? You're not used to what? You're not used to. You know why people are with you right now? Because there's a natural vibe, man. Yeah, what you talking about? You're not used to it. Yeah. By the way, get used to it. Yeah. It's called progression. Yeah. It's called an elevator that's going up.
Bro, it's gonna be trials and tribulations where it's gonna test you to stop right here. And what's gonna separate you from everybody else is will you keep going or will you just stop?
Once I quit, I literally worked every single day for a year and a half straight. And even when I missed a day, after that a year and a half straight, I felt like I fucking let myself down, man. And this, man, God is my witness. When I quit my 9-to-5 job, I only worked there for 28 days. I knew it wasn't for me. I quit my 9-to-5, and from the moment I stepped foot out there, when I walked out, I went a year and a half straight of working towards where I am now. And then when I missed a day, I felt sick. Like, damn, nigga, you ain't doing enough. Nigga, how the fuck you manage to miss today when you know what the fuck you working towards?
You can do whatever you want. The world is yours. And I'm telling the young cats of our generation, don't discriminate against anybody, because we're all one generation. And that's some important shit, yo. I mean, who would have thought a ghetto kid with gold teeth and French braids from the hood would be in Vogue and GQ on the same month, at the same time, about the same. And that's when you got to figure out what's right for you, you know what I mean? And, you know, just because that's my thing, you know, and if it is your thing, you know, figure it out, do what you got to do, you know. I did what I did, and I made it in a positive way, and I feel like anybody could do it, straight up.
Don't give up, because a year ago, I was finna quit this shit. Like, it was gonna be like a hobby instead of a passion, you know? Because, I mean, I feel like after a certain point in an artist, whether they want to admit it or not, if they're not seeing your results, they're gonna start doubting themselves. But I'm glad I kept going, because look, now, like, shit's paying off. So I think the main advice I give myself is just to not give up and keep striving. This is hard work. Chat, I gotta say, bro, chat, I'm tired, bro. I'ma keep saying it over and over. I'm tired, bro. I don't care. I don't care. Never get tired, bro. Never get tired, chat. Never, ever. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Y'all seen it happen here first. Word to my mother, you seen it happen here. Day first.
You talk to people and they're content. They're like, oh, I'm happy with what I've got. I'm like, why? Because there's people who have a whole bunch more than you. And I was never content having a normal life. I wanted an exceptional life. I didn't want a normal car, a normal house, a normal girlfriend. I didn't want none of that. I was like, no. There's dudes out here that have the best. Why do they deserve the best and I don't deserve the best? I really believe that. And this is something I've always had inside me. I just didn't understand why I couldn't have the best stuff.
Larry, what do you think the meaning of life is?
Work. It's important to be useful. Look at me. I got it all figured out. I get up, I shower, I come to work, I work all day, I go home, I go to sleep. I get up, I shower, I come to work, I work all day, I go home, I go to sleep. I get up, I shower, I come to work.
It's funny because a lot of us want traits, right? We want to be patient, we want to be humble, we want to be, long-suffering, whatever words you want to use. But in order to, if I would say, hey, how would you create, if you had to create a human, what would you put them through to make them tough? It probably wouldn't be a really chill life.
Yeah.
What would you put them through to make them patient? Well, you probably wouldn't give them things immediately. And so it's like we want these traits, but each of the traits has a price tag attached to it. And it's just like, do you want to pay the price tag to get the thing? And so I think if people reframe the period of life that they're going through as the price that they're paying out of their wallet, but the wallet is their time, is the seconds of life that they're trading for it, then I think more people will be willing to make the trade. Because at least when I look at myself, like when I'm 80 something years old and I'm looking back on my life, I want to have these traits. But in order to have those traits, I know I have to go through these things. And I think for me, that's given me a lot of comfort in hard times.
It to you, but what people call love is just a chemical reaction that compels animals to breed. It hits hard, Morty, then it slowly fades, leaving you stranded in a failing marriage. I did it, your parents are gonna do it. Break the cycle, Morty. Rise above. Focus on science.
Oh, surprise, surprise, motherfucker! The king is back!
Number 3 ranked featherweight fighter in the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants. Say something! Don't win now! This is
First of all, I want to say Alhamdulillah, God gave me everything. Alhamdulillah, I know you got this, you don't like this. Alhamdulillah, tomorrow night I'm gonna smash your boy, guys. I'm gonna smash.
That's why losing in life is so important, whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better.
The only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer to grow. To grow, you must suffer. And some people will get it and some people won't.
You have to live in it, you have to be comfortable in it, and then maybe some of that shit will help you a little bit along the way.
If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail.
You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful.
It takes more effort to start in the beginning, and more people are right about the fact they're like, hey, you're not going to hit it big. And guess what? A month in, you're not. But they're only measuring on months. And at 6 months, you're also not going to have hit it big yet. And they're going to be like, I'm still fucking right. And at a year, you're still not going to have hit it big. And they'll still be fucking right. And every day that you haven't hit it, they're going to feel like they were right. But they're wrong, because they're measuring in days and you're measuring in decades.